Hi everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening. um, so today I don't have much voice because today some of my friends had arrived, and I've been talking since noon. So I don't have much voice. Um, So for those who don't know, next week I will start a trip with 72 people and along the Nile with through all the temples. And my friends came, the ones that came in 2020 in February 2nd, that were here to help me opening this portal of the time last year. They came back for this trip because we are starting to finish with this part of the trip, this process that we are finishing in 2 months. So we have to get ready for the second part that will end in 2022, February 22nd. So the reason why we do this trip next week is because we are preparing ourselves for the eclipse, the first eclipse, sun eclipse that will be in June the 10th. And we will be preparing ourselves with all these people to encode, to download what we need to receive for the next year, to bring it to the nodes in the next year, in 2022. So, of course, that for those who question, Egypt is open, so you can travel to Egypt. Is not closed. So if you have the test, the PCR, negative PCR, and or the vaccines, so people can come without any problem to make tourists or to work or these things. So that's why they are coming. So for those who want to follow the path and want to know what we're going to do, remember that I will be doing the transmissions always, every day, but in different times, not the same time as every day. We will have to change some hours, but I will be every day doing everything. And what I will do will be to explain a little bit about everything, what we are doing every day, so you can share with us day by day what to do and what to be concentrated in. For those who are asking about the vaccine and my opinion, check 2 videos before this one. I explain about that. I explain about this topic in the immunological system. So yesterday, someone came during the transmission, and I started the channel. So he was trying to put the intention of the structure that we have to create for the day of the eclipse, but I don't have precisely the whole picture of it. So I am trying to take that image. So I don't want to confuse and to say anything without knowing exactly what he said. So I will let you know eventually when I get this. And remember that the next 2 weeks, in the moments when we will be doing the transmissions, the alignments, as always, will be through this channel here. Okay, so you don't have to change this channel. It will be all through here as always. So also another thing, just pay attention to the social media in Instagram and Facebook, that I will post the new timings for the week that I'm going to be traveling, because not always I will be able to do it exactly at the same time as now. So pay attention to that, because the hours will change only in that week. Okay. Enfocar un poco. A ver si puedo. Que están ahí, no sé si enfocar. Ahí está. ¿Y ya se ves?
No sé.
Saluden.
Hola.
Hola.
So, I have some people here. Some of them sleeping.
True people. True people.
True people.
Real
people.
True people, real people, yes. I'm not channeling today they are here. So for those who don't know, well, Guille, he's the one in charge of the music that we are listening in every alignment. So we have the piano here, but it won't be very well heard, I think. We will taste if it works, the piano, if you can hear the piano. And in these days, we can do it. The light is falling. Kiki would help with the guitar, but we don't have a guitar, so for next time. So and also back there was Mauro, Annie, and Tina, and I wanted to introduce also Tina for those who are following from the beginning. So the other ones will come in a few days because they are closer to Egypt. So they had to come before because of they had some problems with the flights, so they came before. So for those who doesn't know the story, in 2020, February 2nd, I had to pick 12 friends of mine to help me to download and open the portal of time in order to begin with this project that I am doing, And while we were here, I received the information that we had to keep going with this until February 22nd, 2022. So every 10 days in this path, every Taurus day, the Taurus day, they are connecting with all of us to hold the same structure that we need for the entire trip, for the entire project. So that's why they are coming for this time of the eclipse, that they will also take the energy and that we were working with to bring it to the nodes, because they will be the ones that will be in the nodes in 2022 while I am doing the last activation. they will be in the different nodes delivering this energy that we have been working with. So as I told you, today arrived a few of them. So next week will arrive the rest of them. So for those who are following from the very beginning, I should tell you that Maria, that was part of the beginning, she manifested to us that that she couldn't keep going with the project because she had other things to do and she wouldn't be able to hold the entire things that we have to accomplish every week. So this is why I had a list of the people of who could follow since the very beginning. And so the next one was Tina. So I wanted to introduce her a little bit so you can know her. Asómate un poco. Tina.
Hola. Hi.
Se fue.
Corto siempre es mejor.
Lo corto sí.
Very, very Capricornian style. Hi. With Tina, we are friends since we were 12 years old. So we have lived many things, and of course many weird things that someday maybe we will tell. I don't know. I don't know. So let's try to explain a bit the idea of the post today, which I think that I explained as much as I could. It's very straight to the point, I guess. But my energy, of course, is starting to be prepared to work with them to prepare for everything that we have to do in these next days, which is for everyone, of course. So I won't be with the entire energy dedicated to this specifically. So I will try to make it shorter so we can go to the point. So,
Yeah. Vale.
so I think reproductive system. So I guess you know it because for sure you have touched it. So of course that this topic is something that in spirituality is basically usually difficult to speak about, because when we express the things, we are connected to our cultural and religious heritage that tells us from way far in the past that we are meant to go to the heavens. So we have to rise up our energy, and we have to leave this earth that keeps us trapped in this kind of hell. So in many traditions and cultures, they say that we need to leave these energies behind, that we have to go to heaven. So whatever it is that connects us to this planet, that of course would be from the belly button to the genitals and down, it would be something that doesn't allow us to go farther to the divinity. So we basically are sinners if we live our life through the genitals. So the idea that these things should not be spoken about because they are connected to the sin, was born a few thousands of years ago in the Middle East as an idea that we have to leave this world because it's kind of a jail, a hell, and we have to go to the heavens. From this point of view, we started to create a culture against the previous cultures, the first cultures that were following the evolution, in which they understood that their genitals, the reproductive system, was a way in which the spirit could be downloaded into the earth. So for those new cultures in the Middle East, the tradition of teaching sexuality, of teaching how to live the spirit through sex on earth, was something that that for them was not going to the heaven, was not going to connect with the divine, to the creator. That if we keep doing that, we would be bounded to earth all the time. So we needed to leave those things behind in order to live in heaven with the divinity. So remember that the traditions were born because we started to believe that the God created us through clay, through mud. So because of this, we had no one behind of us in history. So we believed that we were holy because of God created us. So to keep reproducing ourselves here on this ground was something that obligated us to live all the time here connected to this earth. So that's why we started to create the idea that in order to come back to the divinity, we have to let all the genitalia behind. So this history takes us to take all the reproductive system as a taboo. Taboo is a Polynesian word that was said tapu, that means forbidden. And in the history, the concept of forbidden was related to the things that you should not say because you are not ready to say. So that's why all this information was just for the magicians, the priests, and all these kind of people that were able to speak the words, the magical words. So the other ones should not say that. So that's why it was a taboo. But then it was brought to Europe, and of course the European people started to use the word taboo as something that is forbidden for the European religions, which was all that was a sin. So you should not speak about the things that are related to a sin. So this is why we started to take the idea of the reproductive system as taboo. But we have to acknowledge this, that the reproductive system, physically, biologically, is the place where we can produce. So where we can create is the center, the physical center where we produce the energy of our life and we can create life. So all the creativity, all the energy is born from this system. So basically to deny the reproductive system is to deny the power of God within, is to deny the power of the creator inside. So through this 2,000 years that we have been going through religions that told that the reproductive system was something taboo, was something forbidden, we started to feel apart from our inner creator, to the ability to connect with God inside. So to understand the system, it is important to understand our creator. So important to understand first about the reproduction system, that all the production of every cell came from one first cell that has the ability to create itself, which was a mother cell. A mother cell has the ability to encode the information within of every other cell. So from it starts to reproduce and create thousands of others that are different. So the main structure was the one able to manifest to create all the rest. So if you think about it, every human, every living being comes from a feminine organism. Usually, all humans come from a mother. So this means that all in nature basically is created by a womb, is created by the feminine. Which takes us to the idea that the creator itself, in an organic point of view, is feminine, is autopoietic, which means that it creates itself, and that would make the creator a feminine creator. So to make here the example, so we have here a cell that divides in another one, another one, another one. So it creates an organism. So this cells, this group, this organ starts to develop in an environment, and this environment is changing. So this environment changes the structure of the cell. So it modifies the main structure into a different thing. So we are conditioned by the environment, and we have to adapt to the new environment. So maybe in this organism, there are one cell that adapted perfectly to the environment, but the other ones don't. So they are destined to die. So now, for example, imagine that this cell here that has this information, in order to make survive the entire system, what it does is to share with other groups of cells a little of this information. So it shares it with this cell here, and this cell adaptates to this environment. So it shares this same data with another group of cells. So it starts to nourish the whole structure, allowing the entire being to adapt to the environment. So now comes the interesting part. When this organism that maybe was living in the sea understands that can share too this data with organisms that live in the mountain. So when it shares this data, the result of this will be a being that is able to live in the sea and in the mountain. So spread the territory. So now the thing is that this cell here, to make autopoiesis, will need to receive a lot of energy from the entire environment. So it needs a lot of energy to produce many other cells. So it implies that it cannot waste energy to move from one spot like the sea towards the mountain. It needs to adapt to one place. So now imagine that this cell here won't move. So how it's going to go from the sea to the mountain? It needs to move. So what it's going to do is to create another cell from it, creates a new one with just a little bit of the DNA, of the information, in order to create a new cell that is able to reproduce this information. So this cell will move along the mountain and will deposit this information into all the cells that can find around. So what this cell here we have to do is to call the attention to these ones here, because of course these ones have to trust which material will be deposited inside of them. So this is why this cell here evolves into a way that it can show all the colors, the sounds, the movements, the size. They will try to show as much as they can all the genetical material that they have within, like, look how much I have within that I can share with you. So it tries to show itself so they can accept it. So the male is basically female need of evolution in order to expand. It's a response of evolution. So I'm so sorry for those who believed that first was Adam and then Eve. So this is why the masculine reproductive organ is basically the deformation of the feminine organ. So basically, we are all female, but some of those female decided to take the vagina out and to put the ovaries lower to be the testicles, and the womb became the prostate. So this is why what the reproductive system does is to produce cells to bring this information along the planet, to distribute the information everywhere and create. So basically, it's a way in which nature found to transmit information, to pass on data. So this is why when we speak about the reproductive energy, we have to understand that the energy of the entire body, of the spirit, needs to produce these cells in order to manifest, to anchor this information. So that's why the root chakra related to these organs activates the Kundalini. The Kundalini activates the heat of the body to connect the entire potential of the body, and from there it creates a channel to download the information into the matter. So it can pass on the information through reproduction or through information. So important to acknowledge about the genitals, to know its importance into the expansion of data and the spirits in the world. And for any other detail, I invite you to read today's post. Let's go to the information for today. The vibration for today is Ho. The statement for today is, I am channel between worlds. The code for today is the skeletal system. Even though we consider it a mineral or inert part, the bone system is a living organism made by living cells called osteocytes that give them the ability to regenerate the cells of the blood. All the system is interconnected by vessels and nurtured by oxygen and nutrients of the circulatory system. It has the function of protecting the vital organs and give stability and agility to the body through its general structure called skeleton. That in a human, it's provided of 300 bones that in adulthood end up merging to 206. The universe wants me to enlighten, but I don't want. Let's go to alignment. Sit comfortable, close your eyes, and concentrate in your breathings. I take a deep breath and become aware of the body I inhabit. As I take a deep breath, I start to softly and slowly stretch the body, expand, moving every joint in softly circles, yawning, caressing, and massaging every part of your bodies. As I take a deep breath, I hold, let go, relaxing all the weight that I'm holding in my body. The head falling, the shoulders falling, the hands. I feel all the weight fall down, even the jaw, letting your mouth a little bit open, feeling how it hangs from the skull. I pay attention and feel how the tension is released from every part of my body, from the head to the feet. With every deep breath, I relax even more my body. I pay attention to the genitals, and I recognize that them are not different from one another. They are the same as feminine and masculine, just organized in a different way. I am a woman. I am a man. I am one. I become aware of the eggs inside the ovaries, of the spermatozoids inside the testicles. I become aware of the womb and the endometrium within. I become aware of the prostate and the semen within. I become aware of the vagina. I become aware of the penis. I start to breathe faster and deeper as I ignite the fire in the genitals, feeling how it emerges from them and it spread along the body through the skin. I feel this energy spreading through all my body in every millimeter, centimeter of it. And I feel this energy and heat being processed and understood by the brain throughout the larger and much more sensitive system of all, the integumentary, the skin. I take a deep breath and softly I start to caress all my skin. Softly I take a deep breath and with the tip of my fingers I start to caress the entire skin from the face till the feet, all of it, with all the love that I can. I am man, I am women, I am a channel between worlds. 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 I have the woman in me. I have the man in me. I have. I take a deep breath and each one at its own time come back here and now. And for those who are following the task of this month, you take this energy, put it into the water, and pour it on the seeds that we have sowed. Thank you everyone for being here another day. Gracias chicos por estar acá. And as every day, See you tomorrow at the same time.